Cat got your tongue, now you're on the run, dodging the spotlight like it's loaded gun. The scandal's purring and the claws are out. Cyril's Catgate is the talk, no doubt. Cat got your tongue, or did you bite it? Truth's in the air, but you just fight it. Shadows creeping like a whispered song. Tell me, Cyril, how could this go so wrong? Paws are silent, but claws leave marks. Hiding secrets in the darkest parks. The chase is on, but the trail's gone cold. What's the price of stories left untold? Cat got your tongue, now you're on the run, dodging the spotlight like it's loaded gun. The scandal's burning and the claws are out. Cyril's Catgate is the talk, no doubt. Footprints fade where the whispers start. Promises break like a brittle heart. The truth's a tiger you can't tame. Can you feel the heat of the burning flame? The clock is ticking, but the hands won't spin. A house of cards can't hold the wind. The whispers roar like a lion's cry. Tell me, Cyril, can you look us in the eye? Cat got your tongue, now you're on the run, dodging the spotlight like it's loaded gun. The scandal's purring and the claws are out. Cyril's Catgate is the talk, no doubt.
Cat got your tongue, Catgate. Here Ramaphosa's Catgate. Yes, Senzo Mkunu and Nanda Enchavini. Well, not Enchavini, excuse me. Markanazi, yes. So let's talk about it. Well, folks, that's Cat Got Your Tongue, Cyril. And here's another one. This one is Dim the Lights, Natalie. Dim the Lights, Natalie, as we get ready for analysis of Cyril's upcoming speech in a short while.
Yeah,
Dim the Lights, Natalie.
dim the lights, Natalie, it's time to vibe it. Pulling moves so slick, I'm coming live. South Africa's groove, let the rhythm flow. Where the city lights shine and the trumpets blow. Hey. Oh, Mr. President, do you know the way? Where the streets are loud and the people play. Ramaphosa's trip, oh, the mission fell flat, but the spirit's still strong. Now imagine that. Dim the lights and let's paint the night. The world's watching close through a global sight. From the hills of Pretoria to the Cape Shore, feel the beat of the nation they can't ignore. Oi. Oh, Mr. President, do you know the way? Where the streets are loud and the people play. Ramaphosa's trip, oh, the mission fell flat, but the spirit's still strong. Now imagine that. It's a journey of hope and a story untold, where dreams are made and the hearts are bold. America may listen, but the mission's unclear. Still the rhythm of the land keeps the vibe sincere. Oh, Mr. President, do you know the way? Where the streets are loud and the people play. Ramaphosa's trip, oh, the mission fell flat, but the spirit's still strong. Now imagine that.
Dim the lights, Natalie. You're listening to Radio Cupcake, brought to you from Central Pennsylvania in honor of South Africa's President Ramaphosa. One more hit coming your way, one more, and then we'll get into our analysis. Thank you for listening to Radio Cupcake. We always appreciate you tuning in for this broadcast. So let's get to one more, just one more here, folks. And this one I think you'll find interesting. This, of course, some of you have seen before, but it's called Cyril's Failed Gambit on his visit to the Oval Office.
Well, I can answer that for the president. It's for him. No, seriously.
I'd rather have him answer.
Yeah, I'd rather answer that. It will be.
Our president will respond to you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. President.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us around a quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me.
Influence, move with a practice grin, shaking hands with the lights are dim. The White House walls heard his claim to fame, but the shadows whispered a different name. Oh, Ramaphosa, what's the cost? Truth uncovered, bridges crossed. You played the game but lost your way. Now the world sees the price you pay. Pretending blind to the cries at home, while the streets of SA ache and moan. Right, the man with the golden hue, but the deal fell flat and the lies broke through. Oh, Ramaphosa, what's the cost? Truth uncovered, bridges crossed. You played the game but lost your way. Now the world sees the price you pay. Closed doors, the mask came off. No suits, no ties, just shadows aloft. The past screams loud from the buried ground. Now the silence breaks with a deafening sound. Oh, Ramaphosa, what's the cost? Truth uncovered, bridges crossed. You played the game but lost your way. Now the world sees the price you pay. Oh, Ramaphosa, what's the cost? Truth uncovered, bridges crossed. The horrors rise from a nation torn. Whispers turn to cries of scorn. History's weight won't stay concealed. Every wound must one day heal. Oh, Ramaphosa, what's the cost? Truth uncovered, bridges crossed. You played the game but lost your way. Now the world sees the price you pay. Oh, Ramaphosa, what's the cost? Truth uncovered, bridges crossed. You pay.
And they're doing precisely what we said we as South Africans should not do. We should stop running to other countries. We should discuss our own problems here.
Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Hey folks, welcome back. Sorry about that. I thought that up there. So I'm just putting up the poll again. What will Ramaphosa do? Give you 4 options here. Okay. All right, there's your options. The poll's up. Feel free to vote in this poll. 1,300 people currently here. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. Would appreciate that. That'd be super cool if you hit that like button and get us started. So we're waiting for Ramaphosa to show. As always, he's probably going to be late. We have 16 minutes until he's scheduled to show, and we'll see what happens. All right, he's going to address the nation. This is about Kwanazi's allegations, supposedly, but we shall see. I hope you enjoyed the music there. It was Dim the Lights, Natalie, and... then we had Cyril's failed gambit, a few others. Ramaphosa and Fruit go down as being the father's racist policies created under leadership. Yeah. Problems are insurmountable. You have hurt your own voter base. Yep. Blungo, what's... Okay, that just disappeared. Why did it disappear? Somebody delete their own... Oops. Uh-oh, timed out. Oh, okay. We are here also. Okay, happy for you, whoever you are. Everybody's welcome as long as they're not asses. We do I can help you. I have a marketing degree. Okay, DJ Fear. Well, thank you for that. You can help me with my merch too, which is languishing. I get no money for my merch. It's not very good. That's why. It's not very good merch. I'll be honest. Let's be honest. By the way, I'm drafting another ad right now. I need to check and see if there's any crabs today, folks. Let me see if there's any specials on crabs. Let me see if they got anything. All right. Should I get crabs today? Anybody's thoughts on this? Should I get crabs, steamed crabs today? Partide, yeah. Do you think CR's dim head realizing the lights are dimmed? I don't know. Let me tell you, this whole speech is going to be about the whole tariff issue. That would be interesting, Ian. It would be fascinating to hear this speech actually about the tariffs. As I said in my previous broadcast, not today, but yesterday, he actually needs to talk about tariffs. And he also will probably reinforce his commitment to, transformation. Time is short. The rand is now before the nation's president opens his mouth, says Casper Labaskakne. Cupcake thinks he's fine because China can bankroll his infrastructure. They're not going to do that. That's the problem. Why not enjoy the crabs? Anton says he'll do nothing to improve anything. Well, I think you're right about that. Little Miss Know-It-Alls here. Joan Devanaga. Mr. Henexus. Henko. How are you, Colonel? I'm well. It's hard to figure out your name there, Henko. Donald J. Trump, Africa policy has proven to be great so far, except for South Africa. Pablo, interesting that you say that. Yeah, I think his policy is working out well. Trade, not aid. He's actually doing it. Something that's been talked about endlessly in talk shops by U.S. diplomats for years. Now Trump's doing it. He will tell us to stay, but tell us to leave at the same time. He must be talking about white folks. Not all my audience is white. Yes, he'll mention Mandela and the Freedom Charter. We've been inspired by the Freedom Charter, which we had nothing to do with. It was all a bunch of white Jews and the Pan-African Congress who wrote it. I'm asking, Joey. I'm not bragging. Why would I brag? Most people don't even know what steamed crabs are. They have no idea. They just know that I enjoy them. Told Mom I'm going to watch Cupcake, and she corrected me to say it's not Cupcake, it's Cupcake. Suspend the minister with full pay for 20 years while investigating. I think that's the answer, Christine. Commission of Inquiry. Yes, of course, with a noted jurist, retired jurist. Maybe we get Ian, what's his name, Ian? What's the Cameron, the former Justice Minister. Has anyone seen Lieutenant Colonel? It's Lieutenant General. It's a Lieutenant General. San Gomez says you must order the crabs. Watch him, Nels, but who will bail us out? Okay, some crayfish. Okay, I don't eat crayfish. Okay. All right, so let me check and see if they got crabs. Okay, let me see if they got any crabs. Okay. I don't know if I want crabs, but why not? Why not? Okay, let me see. Let me call them up and see if they got any crabs here. Okay, come on, guys. The thing is that I have no money when I order these damn crabs. They're just so expensive. Hey, Steph. You got any crabs today?
We do. We have all sizes.
All sizes. Do you have the dozen for $5 special that I get?
That's the only one we don't have.
Ah, damn. It's the only one you don't have. Can I get a dozen large at 4 o'clock?
Yep, you got it.
All right.
We'll see you then.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks. Dozen large. What's the closest steamed crab? I don't know, Red John. Don't know. I think anything close to steamed crab. Doesn't know or see anything, especially if it's happening in South Africa. Lieutenant General. That's what I was wondering. Somebody said about Lieutenant Colonel earlier. I mean, who are they talking about? Maybe we should just all eat our rhubarb, beetroot. Yes. Well, that cures HIV. Didn't you know that, James? James, didn't you know that HIV is caused by poverty? Poverty caused it. Connie loves pencils. We haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back, Connie. So, listen, here's what's going to happen. You guys are voting. Nothing seems to be the winner here so far. Nobody, how many people think Mkuno is going to be sacked? How many votes we got in this? 700 votes. You can do better than that. We had 1,600 in the last program for the poll. Sacking him, almost nobody thinks he's going to be sacked. That's, well, blaming apartheid, 1/3. I mean, that shows you how cynical South Africans have become, because just how they have reason to be cynical. Rama would gain my respect if he does the right thing tonight and publicly denounce the racist song and also address the real issues. But he won't. He won't. He'll be ousted by his party immediately. What is Freya saying? What did Freya say? Male Jody Taylor. If gaslighting was fuel, we would have load shedding. Exactly. Hey, Debbie. No, I didn't get the Amarula. But that's a reminder. Maybe I should get it. I don't see what you guys are talking about there, so I missed something. All right, thought beetroot was a potato with high blood pressure. A lot of fancy English words will be used without mentioning any actions taken. Yeah, I think that might be true too. Oh, you're always there, Connie, just not chatting much. Yeah, a lot of people are in the chat. Obviously not 1,700 people currently chatting right now. Chat rate's pretty high, though, at 40. Y'all keep it up. Some good stuff. Oh, it has been delayed. You're right. It's now listed as starting at 1:30. Oh, Ramaphosa, of course, has pushed it back 30 minutes. You bastard. You bastard. It just got updated to 39 minutes. Can you believe it? We should have done a poll on how long we're going to have to wait for this turd. Unbelievable. There we go. 30 minutes. Good Lord. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This guy is just, you know, it's oh, man. 30 minutes. Gonna miss it. Benj, what's going on? Yep, always late. Well, my goodness. Hey, by the way, folks, excuse me. I clear my throat there. A lot of people were asking for my music. I've put it on Spotify, and let me just, it's all over the place, not just Spotify, but a bunch of different platforms. So I've got now, I think, 16 songs on there. Bleeding Soil, Make South Africa Great Again, Dim the Lights, Natalie, Get It Together, Persona Non Grata, which was one about Ibrahim Rasool. Colonel Lives On, that's about the fake news that I had died in a car accident. Meet and Greet Vibes, Ramaphosa's Gambit, which you heard a few minutes ago. Proud and Strong, The Right Move, Bugger Off Bunny, Springboks Glory, Meerkats in Space, Cat Got Your Tongue, Heart of a Nation Slipping Away, and Jellyfish Way, Save South Africa. Those are the songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've got 17 songs. I made a new one last night, folks. This is a new song I came up with last night, okay? So now we've got to wait an extra 40 minutes here for this clown to show up. So let's just go to Bleeding Nation. That's the one I came up with last night. Okay. Have I downloaded that? Maybe I haven't downloaded that. I don't think I've downloaded that one. Well, here's the Dim the Lights. It's not mine. This is someone else's. This one's really good. Yeah, this one's really good. So I didn't come up with this one. This is someone else. I love this Dim the Lights. So let's play this Dim the Lights, okay? And then I'll download that other song from last night.
Yo, Ramaphosa's talking, saying lies so bold. But the truth's on fire, and it's about to unfold. Yeah, kill the board chants, echo through the land. Ramaphosa denies it, says it's all unplanned. Racist laws creeping, anti-white in disguise. Persecution rising, but he blinds our eyes. Load shedding kills, no power in the night. Cyril's on the mic, swearing all is right. Dim the light. Trump booms, videos live, exposing Cyril's lies. Truth cuts like a knife. Kill the board, racist laws he can't deny. South Africa's waking when the lights go shy. Corruption runs deep, tenders feed the elite, while the poor stay starving, nothing left to eat. Farmers live in fear, persecuted every day. Cyril claims his peace, but the blood don't fade. Video don't lie, Trump's got the proof. South Africa's crying for the raw, real truth. Dim the light. Trump booms, videos live, exposing Cyril's lies. Truth cuts like a knife. Kill the ball, racist laws he can't deny. South Africa's waking when the lights go shy. Cyril, your mask's off, no more games to play. play. Trump's tape is rolling, truth lights the way. South Africa strong, we'll rise from the pain. Lights dim low, but we'll break the chain. Like a knife, kill the boar.
Well, that's not me, folks. That's someone else that did on the internet. I wish I could find where it came from so I could do the attribution for those folks. They deserve it. But let me, apparently I didn't download the one I came up with last night. I must have downloaded because, hang on a second, because it's loaded up online already. There it is. All right, so here's the next one. This is one that I did last night. Let's see how you guys like this one. If you like this one or not, okay? Bleeding Soil. It's about expropriation, land theft.
Fields run dry, blood in the dirt, plows rusted dreams, desert. Hollow homes, ghosts of sweat, promises made, promises unmet. Bleeding soil, screaming sky. They take the land, they take the lives. Where's the justice? Where's the cry? Bleeding soil, screaming skies. The axe falls, the ground shakes, farms crumble, hearts break. A flag torn, a fist raised, ashes of hope, a future raised. Truth buried deep, revenge in hand. The earth remembers what they demand. Bleeding soil, screaming skies. They take the land, they take the lives. Where's the justice? Where's the cry? Bleeding soil, screaming skies. The saxophone wails like the wind at night. A howl, a sound, a desperate fight. It cuts through the smoke, it burns the lies. A voice for the lost under empty skies. Bleeding soil, screaming skies. They take the land, they take the lives. Where's the justice? Where's the cry? Bleeding soil, screaming skies.
Well, there you go, folks. That one's Bleeding Soil. That's another one I came up with. I did that one last night. It's already published on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, all those places you can find it, all those different sites. My album distributor, my music distributor is DistroKid, and they put it on about 24 services, some of which are streaming, some of which are pay, like you can buy it at Amazon. Somebody said they bought it at Apple earlier. That's awesome. And so if you want to find that on Spotify, because I know a lot of people use Spotify, the link is now pinned at the top. You can become a subscriber. We've got 154 people following us already over on Spotify after just a day or two of mentioning this to us. So we got a lot of songs on there, folks. But we're waiting for Ramaphosa, who is late as usual. Hardly a surprise, to say the very least. Ramaphosa has no consideration or respect for his South African audience whatsoever. Android Megatex, can't wait for the commentary. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Great song and beat, says Charmaine. Super chat from Fiona. Please play Crosses on the Felt. I don't have Crosses on the Felt. These are my songs. But thank you for the 150 Rand. Where would I find that? And I'll get a copyright strike probably. I don't want to lose this audience with a copyright strike. Helen's thank you poem via WhatsApp. Okay, thank you for the poem. And what have I missed here? Navy Brats gave 14, cool song, thanks. Yeah. So, yeah, someone stole his iPad. Where is my iPad? Somebody stole my iPad. Okay. Tantrum Tango satire song on WhatsApp. Last one. Okay. Mad Max. Okay, I haven't seen that. You guys are sending me stuff here. Okay. Goodness, stuff is coming in left and right now. Thank you, Mim Murphy, for subscribing. I may have to turn that off here in a little bit. Just too many things. So, Mad Max, I'm looking for something from you. And I see nothing. I do see it from the other person who sent it to me. I do not see it. Looking for it here. Looking. Nope. I have to do a search because it's not coming up. Well, there it is. Okay. Why is that not showing up? Save as. Okay. Well, I hope this doesn't make me sound bad. Let me listen to that for just a second here. Okay. Okay. Where's it at? It's not here. Okay. Oh, that's why I've got search in there. Why is it not showing up? Should show up as the one. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Here
this
comes
is
Colonel Chris, the king of hot air, ranting on X with that wild man scare. Faye foes his gospel, he's preaching it loud. Mess with the white, get lost in the crowd. From Sanson's potholes to Parliament's clowns, he's slinging truth bombs all over town. Bugger up, buddy, oh, what's that mean? Some daft old phrase for the ANC scheme. Thankful mate, it's a tantrum parade. Colonel's got tea and his freshly brewed shade. Fuck a few fools with your nonsense and blunder. Stupid people in t-shirts, let them wear the blunder. Release your member with it high, don't hide. Why is here a roaster? No one's safe inside. He's got a YouTube all about Africa, sure, but it's all about Chris, the tantrum connoisseur. Screaming about resets, globalists, and lies while mispronouncing God until the Wi-Fi dies. Fuck up to the suits who rename our streets. Stands and drives gone, but his rage repeats. Bugger up, buddy, he's hopping on fakes, calling out ministers for their million mistakes. Faithful mate, it's a tantrum parade. Colonel's got tea and his freshly brewed shade. Fuck a few fools with your nonsense and blunder. Stupid people in t-shirts, let them wear the blunder. Release your member with it high, don't hide. Why is here to roast ya? No one's safe inside. Tantrums so epic they're shaking the ground. From Pretoria Stoop to Cape Town surround. Release your member, what's that even mean? Maybe it's freedom or just something obscene. Stupid folks line up, get your t-shirts a day. Clueless and proud is what it should say. He's a soldier, a scholar, or so he'll proclaim. Dropping hot takes like it's all a big game. From South Africa to DC, he's seen it all make. But his Zoom call rants are a bit second-rate. They throws his war cry, he's swinging with glee. Bugger up, bunny, confusing you and me. Fuck up to the woke, to the corrupt, to the frame. Colonel Chris Wyatt's got too much to say.
okay. Well, that's interesting. That DJ Silver Eagle channel, I think that's YouTube creates a channel that puts the songs on there. I believe that's the case. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I think they put that there. So that's not me, but I'm supposed to make money off that. I think that's it. So what is okay? Let me just do a check on that real quick. What does a -TOP channel on YouTube mean? I think they put it up there to put all your music on there. Okay, what does a topic channel? Yeah, it's an automatically generated channel that hosts art tracks, videos, which are essentially audio tracks accompanying artwork created by music when distributed to YouTube Music. Channels are not user-created or editable, and their primary purpose is to make music available on YouTube and YouTube Music. Yep, so that's not me, that DJ Silver Eagle, but it is my music. So yeah, Yep, that's because I have an account that's through my distributor through them. That's why that's there. So there you go, folks. That's kind of cool, huh? Okay, what's going on with Ramaphosa here? What we doing? We got 26 minutes now. Still not here. Still not here. This guy's unbelievable. So who stole his iPad? Who stole Ramaphosa's iPad? Well, folks, the genesis of all this, let's chat very briefly because people are tuning in right now to find out what's going on. We're playing some music to kill the time here as we wait for this. Did you do a Night Owls live? I did not. Saturday night is one night I've been trying to take off. I need a break every now and then. And last night I was just knackered, and so I didn't do Night Owls last night. Didn't take it down. Just didn't do it. Yeah, it's a 30-minute delay, Colin. Thank you for joining us. 3,191 people currently here. Thank you for joining us. So let's just talk about how we got here. A week ago, we saw that what happened was that things got kind of ugly in South Africa. Got kind of ugly as the police officer in KwaZulu-Natal, that'd be Lieutenant General Anandla Mkhwanazi, made allegations against the sitting police minister, Senzo Mkhunu, saying that he had disbanded a special task force to look at political assassinations and was interfering. And he claimed he had the receipts sharing information from WhatsApp messages, which indicated that criminals involved, including a guy named Cat, his nickname is Cat. That's why I'm calling this Catgate. It's called Catgate. That this was undue political influence, and it was corrupt and was tied to gangsters and syndicates, and very dangerous situation. So Mkhwanazi has put his life in jeopardy by doing this, the mere mention of it. He's also thrown the entire country into a tizzy. This occurred when Ramaphosa was in Brazil for the BRICS summit, which he was dumb enough to insult President Trump about while he was there. That was pretty stupid own goal. At this point, it's not own goals that the ANC are achieving. They are achieving at this point grave digging. They're digging their own graves. That's what the ANC is doing at this point, folks. Yeah, so unbelievable what's happening. So that's what started it, and there's been this big buildup throughout the week. What's going to happen? The Democratic Alliance has now filed criminal charges, a criminal complaint against the police minister, Senzo Mkhunu. The MK party has called for his removal. Julius Malema has called for his removal. Sir Ramaphosa has been silent on this matter, and we're waiting for him to speak on it tonight. There are other big events taking place in South Africa, of course, not the least of which is the looming 30% tariff, which is coming South Africa's way on the 1st of August as a consequence of the ANC's lack of effort to work out a bilateral trade agreement with the United States now that the AGOA trade beneficial program is expiring on 30 September. Trump is, under his reciprocal tariffs, announced a 30% tariff on South Africa. And the South African response is to be ignorant, stupid, and asinine. The government's response is, well, this is politically targeting us, so this is a... No, it's not. You got a 30% tariff. The EU got a 30% tariff. There's no difference. Canada got a 35% tariff. Canada is our closest trading partner and neighbor, with the largest trading bloc in the world between U.S. and Canada. Well, until China recently surpassed it with the U.S. But historically, the largest trading bloc in the world has been U.S.-Canada. Two-way country trade. But we gave them a 35% tariff. And the South Africans, oh, you're attacking us. No, you're not special. You're not special. You're really not special. The only thing special about South Africa is you got your letter on the first day. But that's because Ramaphosa opened his cake hole in Brazil and insulted Donald Trump and attacked America. And therefore, Trump came out with an additional 10%. So your 30% could very well become 40% on August 1st. It remains to be seen whether Trump will follow through on that. I think he'll probably be busy removing Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship before we get to that stage. If Ramaphosa resigns tonight, then the refugee thing is off. My crabs are off. I'll be sitting here for a while talking about it. But Ramaphosa is not going to resign tonight. Not going to resign tonight. Wouldn't that be something? Wow. Wouldn't that be something? I'll predict this. If Ramaphosa resigns tonight, the Ram will be 25-1 tomorrow. There's prediction. Okay. We got 2,000 votes in this poll. 51% say he's going to do nothing. Yep. Yep. My chat is way behind here. There we go. I'll refresh my chat in my broadcast over here. All right, so they have a high sense of self-importance. They do. They think they're very important. They think they matter, that they're really germane to the world. I'd be really worried if he resigned. Sylvester Stallone, I don't think that's going to happen. If he resigns, just another puppet will take over. Yep. Isn't going anywhere, and he does. The U.S. Air Force will pick up refugees in a week. yeah. C-17 flights coming in. You are not right. How am I not right? I didn't say he was resigning. How am I not right? What does that mean, Lee Mother's Love? Imagine a resignation from a due to being scared at some pala stuff being uncovered. Yeah, well, think about that. He's busy packing his bags. You guys are just, that's wishful thinking. I honestly don't care that many yes men you have to support you on this, but Honestly, don't care how many yes men you have to support you on this, but this AI stuff is horrible and a slap in the face of actual creative people out there. Quite the hypocrite for using this. Wow. Well, you're quite the asshole for being disrespectful and rude. Calling me a hypocrite? How am I a hypocrite? How am I a hypocrite? Hypocrite because I used AI generated music? How does that make me a hypocrite? That's not a hypocrite. You can accuse me of being wrong for using it, but calling me a hypocrite? Do you know what the word hypocrite means? Do you know what the word hypocrite actually means? Silent rage. You don't know how to spell. You think you're being clever. Good Lord. There's always got to be some jerk off that comes in and does that. Yeah. Always got to be some jerk off. Insults, actual artist. Pfft. Wow. No, there's no truth. That's fake news, Gregory Stroud. That's fake news being spread by fake YouTube channels that don't get censored. Does USA do crisis? Yes, we did it in Vietnam. We've done it elsewhere. Yep. Husband and troll. Huh? Where you at there, Silence? Come on back. Don't run under your rock and hide. Don't run under your rock and hide. Do you think I didn't see that? I saw it. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Don't hide. Don't hide. Or did one of my mods take him out? There he is. No, he's still there. Silent rage. Well, I've had artists promise me songs, deliver songs, and they never did. So, they never follow through. I've also offered artists platforms to promote their music during lockdown, and they just blew me off. So you know what? How's that hypocrite? Yep. You don't like the AI stuff, then don't listen. Yes men. Yes men? No. People tell me they don't like... You don't know what a yes man is there, Silent Rage. Yes men are people that tell you what you want to hear. Yes men are people that tell you, or sycophants tell you whatever you want. But plenty of people tell me they don't like these songs. Tommy says country's going downhill. Yep. I think we can see strikes or riots if Ramaphosa says something. No, I don't think so. Did you hear it was postponed? Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. So don't feel bad, folks. He made Donald Trump wait 30 minutes. He's making you wait 30 minutes. So why should it be any different? 19 minutes now away from Ramaphosa's scheduled appearance after delaying this for us. We love your song, says no one. Well, this Silent Rage doesn't and is not commenting again. This country, if it had decent president with morals, it would respect common decency and time. Yep, he has no respect for people. Brian Bloom, thank you for subscribing. Sent that email, stayed up late to type it. What email, Sumarine? I have no idea what you're talking about. Andrew Niker says Ramaphosa kept Donald Trump waiting when he visited the Oval Office. Yep. His arrogance, contempt for South Africans says no bounds. Yep. Betts Shum, fellow South Africans, blah, 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 will do nothing for South. The only thing we'll care is ANC and their bank accounts. Well, I think you're right about that. Don't listen to the keyboard trolls. Yep. Let's see. What is this piss? What was that? That was good. Did it just wait? Somebody said, "What is this pisshead's complaint?" I missed it. Accreditation from or for the Southern Police, and Paul Sullivan was the person who posed for photos. Huh? Yeah, Silent Rage has issues. The name says it all. I agree. The great snake speaks. Always waiting for cupcake. Yep. Not a big, sorry, I'm also not a big fan of AI churned out music. Well, Val, I'm fine with you on that, I'm also not a big fan of it, but I don't have bands that offer me their music and let me play it. Yep, so what am I supposed to do? Okay. But I don't think the gentleman understands what the word hypocrite means. He doesn't understand what the word hypocrite means. I'm going to turn off the alert box because a lot of people are subscribing. Thank you all for subscribing. MJ, Conrad Chapman, and everyone else is Tony Goog, Rory Conacher, Brian Bloom, Donovan Morgan, Timber, W073. Some of them I'm missing here because it's a very small window for me to see it. Always 30 minutes late. He's usually going to talk, crap, and lie. Yeah. Cupcake never learned good manners, that's for sure. He's probably one of those people that goes in the shower and pulls up the shampoo, and it says, rinse, lather, repeat. So Ramaphosa rinses his hair, he lathers it up, and then he rinses it, and then he lathers it up, and then he rinses it and lathers up because rinse, lather, repeat. Doesn't tell him to stop. Golda Kruger just gave 10 gifted memberships. Wow. Drone Zones, 3 to Flippa got one. Corey, no, sorry. No, Janet Joel got one. Keith, Rion Steenkamp, okay. I want you smoking, dude. Lee Mother's Love, what are you on today? Are you well? You drinking alcohol? That's two strange messages you put up there. There's always one in the crowd. Yep. You don't think Cupcake has any hair. Okay, there are a lot of us who love your songs. We know why and how they came about. So proud of you for creating songs that have meaning for those. Thank you very much, Barbara. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, they all have intent. They all have purpose, and they all are created for a reason. 16 minutes away now, folks. So we'll see. By the way, as I said, I'm making a video, and if you want to see the editing process, I'll show you the editing process here really quickly. Here, you guys can watch a little bit behind the scenes. You guys want to see behind the scenes real quick? You want to see a little bit of behind the scenes real quick about the editing process and how I edit my videos? If you're curious in that. Yep. Where's his iPad? My iPad. People are saying yes. Okay, well, I'll just show you here really quickly here so you can see. All right, so, yep. Okay, here we go. So this is me editing my next video. All right, so this is where it's at. Now let me play it. While the article is about the impact of tariffs, above the fold on the website, the viewer is greeted with an irrelevant video of the 59ers arriving. So we bring that down here. We stick that news article in there. I'm going to expand it to crop to fit. Then we're going to put some transitions in there, okay, and make it a little bit longer over to here. And now we do this here and make sure it works. With an irrelevant video of the 59ers arriving in the United States. The 59ers, of course, being the first cohort of 59 South African refugees who arrived in the United States back on May 12th. So how is that germane to this story? This is where the propaganda aspect of the Reuters article started. The title is U.S. Tariffs on South Africa Set to Hit White Farmers Trump Has Embraced. Farmers whom Trump has embraced. How exactly? Mentioning farm killings? That's hardly an embrace. Has he met with any of these farmers? Has he given any of them some sort of advantage or benefit? Nope, nothing. However, Trump has highlighted the ongoing effort to destroy commercial farmers in South Africa and the concerted effort to drive white South Africans off the land they legally purchased and hold title to. I suppose in the minds of South Africa's journalists, that equates to an embrace. All right, so let me just save that now. Save project. Okay, so that's just a little bit. That's a little bit how the soup is made behind the scenes. So that's a video that I'm editing right now that I recorded earlier this morning. We're 14 minutes away now. You want me to slow down the chat? It's not that fast. It is 80. Okay, let me put it in slow mode. Yeah, because it is coming pretty fast. Live chat. Edit the chat. So where's the chat at here? This should be in the bucket list. Done. Okay. Doesn't. Where's the chat at? Come on. Customization. Okay. Chat. Slow mode. Okay. All right. I've slowed down the chat a little bit so people can. Okay. What app do you use for editing? It's not apps. Is it Linux compatible? I don't know. It's Wondershare is what I use. Wondershare is a program. Oh, people left because I showed them the video. Wow, that's a shame. Or they left because he isn't here. Roger de Oliveira, thank you for your membership. MJ, thank you for your membership. Okay. Yes, Ramaphosa only takes action when the ANC is in trouble. Why doesn't he bother giving me time when he's always late? He is pathetic. True that Gwen Matata. No, he's not been locked up in Europe. That's fake news as far as we know. Okay. He's going to say it's because of apartheid. Well, now that chat is slowed down, now I can't keep up with the conversation. You guys got what you wanted. Now I can't keep up with the conversation. So we're 12 minutes and 45 seconds away. Etienne Bronkhorst, 140 Rand Super Chat. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. 3,700. We had 4,000 almost a moment ago. We got almost to 4,000 and it slowed down. Hopefully people show up. Angola discovers offshore gas and gas-specific exploration well. That's pretty good. Rooster says they will get members of the ANC to investigate the ANC costing taxpayers millions and find no wrongdoing. There you go. He'll be even later. Don't bank on him having respect for anyone. Your songs rock, says Leon Crystal. Thank you for that. Chat doesn't feel slow. Well, it's slowed down. It was at 80 and now it's at 37. All the trolls left. That might be it. Some of the trolls left, yeah. But yeah, we went from 80 chat rate down to 37. So yeah, I definitely slowed it down. What editing program? The problem now is the chat's so far behind. I've already answered this. I use Wondershare. It's not the best. I bought another one, but it sucks. I never use it. Some of them are just hard to figure out. They're just counterintuitive on how you edit things out. But Wondershare is very simple on how you edit. You can see what you cut out of there. And you can, if you make a mistake, you can reverse it. Yep. As usually, there's a lot of words to say nothing. Correct. 17 minutes later, really. Viva ANC. No, he's a half hour late. I went to check on it. He hasn't arrived yet. It's fine to check other channels, Be Too Safe, but I've got it live right here. It's 11 minutes and 23 seconds away from going live. Awesome work, says Peter Kutsi. And what happened to the refugee program? You've been awfully quiet about it. No, I haven't. I talk about the refugee program every day. What are you talking about, Peter Kutsi? I talked about the refugee program, gave people some updates on it on the Night Owls Friday night. And I have a refugee talk later today. I do once a week. I'm not quiet about it. If people don't want to do interviews, I can't force them to interviews. I'm not intruding their lives. I have a conference tomorrow with CNN about refugees. And the Daily Maverick is asking me for information about the refugees. So I don't know what you mean I've been quiet about it. I talk about it, but I'm not the refugee guy. This isn't a refugee channel. We don't spend all our time focusing on refugees. We spend our time analyzing the news, pointing out the fake news, and letting you know about it. Yeah, this is not a refugee channel. Oh, is he live? No, it's just an ad. Okay. No, just an ad coming up. Okay, so I thought maybe he was going to come live for me here. Okay. Nope, still waiting. Still waiting. And now I've lost the time. They've taken the time down when he's supposed to be up now, so who knows? Who knows when he's going to show up now? It's not going to be in at 7:30 show. I think you're right. People seem to be lazy, too lazy to watch your content and then ask dumb questions, says Johan Bosov. Where are the flags that are supposed to be behind you? I've removed the flags. The background was too busy, so I've cleaned it up. I said I was going to do that on repeated broadcast. No popcorn tonight. Yeah, your phone's battery will be flat by the time Ramaphosa shows up. That's a fair bet. That's a fair bet. I don't disagree with that at all. Always late, no respect. Yep. By the way, we went over 107,000 subscribers recently, so thanks for tuning in for that, and thanks for joining us, folks. Got a long way to go, trying to push to that 250,000, so great, you're doing the CNN call. I am doing the CNN call, that's correct, tomorrow morning. Yep. Maybe he took a flight to Iran. Maybe he took a flight to Iran. That's funny. That's actually very hilarious. Let me see what else we got here. Dim the lights, bleeding soil, get it together. What about get it together? Is that guy still here whose feelings are hurt because I play AI, calling me a hypocrite? I don't know how I'm a hypocrite. David von Essen was just retrenched. Well, funny you should mention that. Someone wrote to me and told me that they were retrenched because they applied for the refugee program. Someone in their family outed them to their employer, and their employer made them redundant because they had applied for the refugee program. That is just so wrong. In America, you could sue over that. I don't know what you can do in South Africa. Yep. Watching you now on my TV, my phone battery is going to die. Debbie Fox, 350 Rand for your music. Well, let's play Get It Together then. You guys ready? Tony Nage. Hey, Tony, what's going on? In from the oil sands. Okay, I tried to leave and ignore Cupcake's speech, but then I remembered how much his name ramblings affect my future. Good point. All right, so looking good, Cupcake. He's not MIA. He's just not here yet. No, he's on a 30-minute arrival. He's coming in late. So we've got 9 more minutes. Why don't we play very quickly the one I just mentioned there, Get It Together, okay? Let's do that. Get it together. Get it together. All right, you guys ready for that? Here we go. Yeah, they haven't dimmed the lights for Cyril.
Together, rise up and fight.
around us nor tariffs cage. We're a wildfire in a burning age. The ain't seen others, but we'll ignite. We'll take the reins and set it right. Let's get it together. Rise up and fight. Through the dark days, we'll find the light. South Africa bleeding, but we're still strong. We'll turn this pain into a battle song.
We'll turn this pain into a battle song. About 6 minutes away now from Ramaphosa's 30-minute tardiness, waiting for him. But don't feel put out, folks. Ramaphosa made Donald Trump wait 30 minutes at the White House. That was shocking, to say the very least. He has no respect for anyone. You're right. Yeah, the AI music will melt the snowflakes. Yep. So I might surprise us and be another 30 minutes late. Love the song and love rock and roll. Practice the duo shoulder drop in resignation, huh? Oh, he hasn't started yet. No, you're not too. You're fine. He's 30 minutes late. He decided to come 30 minutes tardy. Yep, we are 30 minutes.
While
late.
Americans are celebrating.
Oh, we got an advert here coming up, so let me skip the advert. Okay, I got to be careful. I got the volume turned on just in case it comes on. Stunning. Yep. Anyway, thanks to the almost 4,000 people currently here. Thank you for joining us. Really awesome. I wonder how big an audience we can get tonight. That'd be pretty cool. But he's late, and I've got other things to do. He's late for a very important date. What song is this? That's Get It Together. That's on my Spotify account. The link is at the top of the video. If you want to become a subscriber on Spotify, go do it. Feel free. Got 17 songs now posted on there, but apparently one of the viewers didn't like my AI generated music. Yaku Kortz gave a 35 Rand super chat. Thank you for that. There have been a few super chats in this one. He's looking for his iPad. No iPad. Sorry. Actually, the Bugger Off Bunny is shown up there where Ramaphosa is broadcasting from. Lynette Gray, well, you've come late, so you're upset about him being late? Come on, guys. Natalie just added all my songs. And you can also purchase them and download them if you want off of Amazon and the Apple Store. Yeah. So again, there's no false claim that this is anything other than AI. There's a whole AI band out there that has 1 million subscribers. So, I'm not making any claims, but artists aren't stepping forward and they are hiding their stuff. And I'm getting constant copyright claims when I have the copyright to Giselle's music. And every time I play it, I get a copyright claim, but I have the copyright. It's very annoying. So I generate my own stuff. If you're given a couch every time Ramaphosa is late, you'd be able to open your own furniture shop. No doubt. He will delay on the matter. Okay, so let's see how we're doing on the poll. We have 3,400 votes in the poll. 51% say nothing. 34% say blame apartheid. Holding pretty steady there. And most people don't think he's going to sack Kuno. I agree with that. Oh, don't run off, Natalie. Awesome channel. Shout out from Durban. Welcome, Ramon Smith. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, I can't wait for the call from US. By the way, we slowed the chat down. It was at 80 chat rate. I put it on slow mode. It went to 37. Now it's back up to 42. You guys are chatting away. That's awesome. That's awesome. So remember, this is a live reaction and analysis and commentary. So when Cyril starts talking, if I interrupt him, don't get bent out of shape because that's what you tuned in for. Philip G with a 35 Rand super sticker. Thank you for that. You're a noob. Welcome to you, Philip G. What can you expect from a 30%er? Yeah, no wonder that we have 700 million for a dialogue. Half the money is going to keeping the lights on until the president arrives. That's a good one. I like that. That's pretty funny. He will be promoted to Minister of Tourism. What are you going to do with Tawny Pat? What are you going to do with Tawny Pat? Create lyrics of Cyril and his iPad. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, we're at 43. Nothing wrong with you, AI music. Love this song. Thank you, Arnold. Interested in what will be said. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? Americans tuning in now. Where is Pikachu? Pikachu is retired. He's gone downstairs. Oh, no, he's right here. Here's Pikachu. I should put the chair up here and let Pikachu listen in on what Ramaphosa has to say, huh? There's Pikachu. Yep. No, I don't keep my background the same all the time, folks. I change things around. His bosses are telling him what to say. So you mean the white monopoly capitalist, Johann Rupert in the background telling him what to say? He got hijacked. I don't know about that. So we're now 2 minutes away from Ramaphosa supposed to show up, and he's still not here. Yeah, still not here. Let's see if he shows up anywhere else. Anyone else has got this. SABC should start on time. but not there yet. Not there yet, folks. We're waiting for the Ramaphosa to show up, to say the least. President of South Africa going to give an address tonight, and he's 30 minutes late already. Yep, maybe a candlelight briefing. Yes. Well, that would be in honor of ESCOM. Yeah, ESCOM. Yay, Pikachu. Are you a Pokemon fan, Chris, just for that show? No, I'm just a Pikachu fan. I'm not really a Pokemon fan, but I do like. I also like, Hello Kitty. I didn't think I'd like that, but when I went to Japan, I really got into it. Something has always been run by a cabal. No doubt about that, baby Bill. Somebody will not. Done with. Let's edit the speech before you read it. Going to establish committee established to investigate the committee and start another committee. Yeah, I think you're right about that one. Thanks for chatting, Chris. You're very welcome. My pleasure chatting. We're quickly going to find out if he's going to speak. Be back now. Well, I don't. Where are you going to go? I'm there. I'm on SABC. Taking the scenic route. Yep. Yeah, Ramaphosa is not there. So, yep. He's not there yet, folks. He's late again. He missed the 30-minute mark now. He's missed the 30-minute mark. Just not there. Just still waiting for the poser, Ramaphosa, to show up. Not there. So, don't want to tell you, folks, this guy has no consideration for others, none whatsoever. Bones aren't falling. Yeah, he didn't talk to the right Sangoma. NEC does not agree with the changes. Exactly. That's what it all comes down to. What does Latuli House have to say? He's not on SABC. Thank you for putting South Africa's people in the spotlight. We truly appreciate you and your efforts. You're very welcome, Rory Conacher. My pleasure. And I saw that Garrett Gillich is here. Garrett quoting Herbert Grönemeyer. That's awesome. I heard about that. Get the sack because they apply for the program. Huh? Yeah, it is embarrassing to have a president like this. What's really embarrassing is he showed up 30 minutes late to meet with President Trump. You notice the 5 West African leaders, and, well, one was from Gabon, West Central Africa, weren't late for Trump's lunch. They were on time. 5,000 viewers. Do we really have 5,000 viewers? Doesn't look that way here. A clown car show from Ramaphosa as usual. Folks, you're right. He slept with door open like Rupert and got kidnapped. Ramaphosa slept with his door open. He got kidnapped. Oh, my goodness. He's still not there, folks. I'm not making this up. If you see it live somewhere else, you come tell me, but he's not live. It's slow mode. Well, it's 66 now. We were at 80, went back to 37. Now we're back to 66. Funny how cupcakes give me heartburn. He's definitely on West African time here. Yeah, he's creating suspense. He's got people waiting on SABC, waiting on Newsroom Africa, waiting on Ronaldo, waiting on Chris Wyatt Africa. Wow. Well, we're over 5,000 now. That's pretty awesome. Thanks for being here. Folks, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the like button and become a subscriber. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You get objective, prescient, honest, cogent, no dog in the fight analysis about events in South Africa, around the continent of Africa, around the world, and about the USA. From someone that's been there and done that. Retired U.S. Army, currently 36 and a half years in the U.S. Army, 23 spent overseas with foreign tours, 3 times in Germany, once in Italy, stationed in Africa and Tunisia, Liberia, Botswana, Malawi, Nigeria, Mauritania, Uganda, and Ethiopia. 8 different countries in Africa, worked in 40 countries in Africa, ran HIV programs, built the Armed Force Liberia back after, reconstructed after the Civil War, hunted terrorists, guest lecturer at Nigerian War College, guest lecturer at the G5 Sahel Defense College, a graduate of l'École d'État-Major Staff College in Tunisia, Army War College. Anyway, and taught at the Army War College, undergraduate, postgraduate, worked at the National Security Agency, worked at the Defense Intelligence Agency, wrote for the President of the United States, worked at U.S. Africa Command, U.S. European Command. Yeah, and the list goes on and on. So please become a subscriber if you don't mind. We'd appreciate becoming a subscriber on this channel. Help us grow and spread the word. All right, are you my father? Nope, I'm not your father. Good guess. I do have 16 wives in 13 different countries in Africa. I'm single-handedly browning Africa, so you could be my son. You could be, but no, you're not. You're not my son. Well, Ramaphosa is still not there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this stuff up. He is still not there. What the heck is going on here? So disrespectful and rude. So disrespectful and rude. This guy is not there now. 33 minutes late for his speech to the nation. Has no consideration.
He starts, and within the first 3 or 4 sentences, does not actually say that I'm sorry for being late.
Ronaldo's upset. Ronaldo's upset that he's late. Just checking in on Ronaldo. Like, this is bad, unaware of addressing the nation. Yeah, Jaco Kleinhans. Hey, Jaco Kleinhans. You're not Jaco Kleinhans from Solidarity, Jaco. Anyway, we need another song. We do need another song, but as soon as I start it, he'll show up. Maybe that's what it'll take, okay? Had to check, no, it's okay. He just had to check if I was your dad. Trying to decide what he's going to do. Yeah. Flight to Moscow delayed. You can hear it now at OR Tambo. Doom, doom, doom. Cyril Ramaphosa wanted at the Aeroflot desk. Cyril Ramaphosa, please come to the Aeroflot desk. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from South Africa. A gentleman resembling Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, just boarded a flight to Moscow from Aeroflot. We cannot confirm independently whether it actually is Cyril Ramaphosa. We do know that he, at 35 minutes ago, he was scheduled to be speaking to the nation, but at this hour, a gentleman looking distinctly like Cyril Ramaphosa has boarded an Aeroflot flight to Moscow. The flight is scheduled to leave in 26 minutes. We will keep you updated. From OR Tambo. More updates coming in, ladies and gentlemen. At the Bight Bridge border crossing short while ago, someone distinctly resembling Senzo Mkunu was seen wearing a wig and a dress crossing the border into Zimbabwe. Yes, we're not confident that it was Senzo Mkunu. It could be any one of a dozen transgender or cross-dressers from South Africa, but he looked distinctly like Senzo Mkunu crossing the border. Yes. Well, there you have it, folks. Updated news from OR Tambo, where someone looking like Ramaphosa has boarded an Aeroflot flight from Moscow, and someone resembling Senzo Mkunu has crossed the border, Bight Bridge, wearing a dress and a wig. That's all we know at this point. No. I know there's no direct flights to. It goes through Dubai. Come on, Arctic. Don't ruin the story. It goes through Dubai. Aeroflot. It's a special plane. They spent a plane. See, dude, you just don't know. You're not up on things. There's a special plane that his buddy Putin sent to pick him up and fly him through Doha, and then he's going to continue on Moscow. Man, come on. Get with the program, Arctic. Get with the program. You're still stuck on that 787 Dreamliner Air India flat crash. Anyway, would not be surprised if it's canceled. Yeah, well, wouldn't that be something? What happens if it's canceled? What happens if it's canceled, man? What happens if it's canceled? Seriously, this could be the case. This could be the case. What happens if Ramaphosa doesn't show up? Okay. Let's see. Let's close this poll, and then I'm going to ask people how much longer, okay? All right, because the poll is pretty much staying the same. 4,000 people pretty much agreed.
My fellow South Africans.
Oh, here we go.
Good evening.
He's not
to
on
you
camera.
All.
There he is. Hang on.
Tonight, I address you on a matter that concerns the security of our country,
About damn
the
time.
integrity of our law enforcement agencies, and the safety of our people. Last Sunday, the 6th of July 2025, whilst I was in Brazil at the BRICS Summit, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Commissioner of the South African Police, held a media briefing in which he made public serious allegations about the existence and operation of a sophisticated criminal syndicate that has allegedly infiltrated law enforcement and intelligence structures in our country. Lieutenant Mkhwanazi alleged that the Minister of Police allegedly interfered with sensitive police investigations and colluded with business people, including a murder accused, to disband the political killings task team based in KwaZulu-Natal. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi also said that a police investigation by the task team that was operating in Gauteng unmasked a syndicate controlled by a drug cartel, which involves politicians, law enforcement officials from the South African Police Service, Metro Police, Correctional Services, prosecutors, and the judiciary, as well as business people. The allegations made in this media briefing raised serious concern around our Constitution, the rule of law, and national security. These allegations, if proven true, threaten to undermine the confidence of South Africans in the ability of the South African Police Service to protect them and to effectively fight crime and corruption. South Africans are concerned about corruption and the rise of criminality in our country, which manifests itself in the killing of innocent people, gender-based violence, gang violence, kidnappings, construction mafia criminality, and in many other ways. As we intensify the fight against crime, it is vital that we safeguard the integrity and credibility of the police and other law enforcement agencies. These allegations, therefore, call for an urgent and comprehensive investigation.
Investigation, of course.
To address these allegations and the implications of these allegations, I'm establishing a judicial commission of inquiry.
Of course.
That will be chaired by Acting Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyisile Madlanga. Justice Madlanga will be assisted by Advocate Sesi Baloyi, Senior Counsel, and Advocate Sandile Khumalo, Senior Counsel. The Commission will investigate allegations relating to the infiltration of law enforcement, intelligence, and associated institutions within the criminal justice system by criminal syndicates. Among the allegations that the Commission may investigate are the facilitation of organized crime, suppression or manipulation of investigations, inducement into criminal actions by law enforcement leadership, commission of any other criminal offenses, and intimidation, victimization or targeted removal of whistleblowers or officials that are resisting criminal influence. The Commission will investigate the role of current or former senior officials in certain institutions who may have aided or abetted the alleged criminal activity, or failed to act on credible intelligence or internal warnings, or benefited financially or politically from a syndicate's operations. These institutions are the South African Police Service, the National Prosecuting Authority, State Security Agency, the Judiciary, and the Magistracy, and the Metropolitan Police Departments of Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, and Tshwane. The Commission will also investigate whether any members of the National Executive responsible for the criminal justice system were complicit, aided and abetted, or participated
This is embarrassing.
in the acts mentioned above.
This is embarrassing.
The Commission will be asked to report on the effectiveness or failures of oversight mechanisms and the adequacy of current legislation, policies, and institutional arrangements in preventing such infiltration.
Get rid of the ANC.
It will make findings and recommendations for criminal prosecutions, disciplinary actions, and institutional reform. Once established, the Commission shall consider prima facie evidence relating to the involvement of individuals who are currently employed within law enforcement or intelligence agencies. Where appropriate, the Commission must make recommendations on the employment status of such officials currently employed, including whether they should be suspended pending the outcome of further investigations. The Commission will have the power to refer matters for immediate investigation and urgent decisions on prosecution, taking into account the nature of the allegations and the evidence the Commission will uncover.
Oh my goodness.
It is critical that these matters be attended to with the necessary urgency and thoroughness. The Commission is expected to complete its work and submit a final report to the President. Interim reports will be expected after 3 months and 6 months, respectively. The final report of the Commission will be sent to the Speaker of the National Assembly and to the Chief Justice. Acting Deputy Chief Justice Madlanga is retiring from the Constitutional Court at the end of July 2025
So they're planning
after
on
years of distinguished service, and will therefore be able to give his full attention and time to the work of this Commission. In order for the Commission to execute its functions effectively, I have decided to put the Minister of Police, Mr. Senzo Mkhunu, on leave of absence
He asked
with
for it.
immediate effect. The Minister has undertaken to give his full cooperation to the Commission
Of course.
to enable it to work properly. I've decided to appoint Professor Firoz Kachalia as acting Minister of Police. Professor Kachalia is currently a professor of law at the University of the Witwatersrand and is the chairperson of the National Anti-Corruption Advisory Council. He previously served as an MEC of Community Safety in Gauteng. I'm appointing Professor Kachalia in terms of Section 91(3) subsection C of the Constitution, which empowers the Constitution to select no more than 2 ministers from outside the National Assembly.
Ah, that's what he's done.
Professor Kachalia will be retiring from his current position at the University of Witwatersrand at the end of July this year. I will, in the interim, appoint an acting minister from within Cabinet
Andrew Whitfield?
until Professor Kachalia takes up his post at the beginning of August. The interregnum, therefore, will just be a little over 2 weeks. This commission is being established against the backdrop of significant progress that has been made in rebuilding and strengthening our country's law enforcement agencies and security services. In recent years, the South African Police Service, the Special Investigating Unit, the SIU, and the Asset Forfeiture Unit and other bodies have been making great progress
No, they haven't.
and inroads in the fight against organized crime and corruption.
Wow.
It is essential that we maintain this momentum and that we intensify the work that is currently underway. We will ensure that the South African Police Service and other law enforcement agencies continue to function without hindrance as the Commission undertakes its work.
Wow.
I call on all members of our law enforcement agencies, as well as
Delusional.
security services, to remain steadfast in upholding the rule of law of our country and adhering to their code of conduct. I therefore call on all South Africans to support the Commission in the work that it is going to do where appropriate, and to provide any information or assistance the Commission may require. In establishing this Commission of Inquiry, we are affirming our commitment to the rule of law, to
No, you're not.
transparency, and to accountability. And we are also enhancing the work that is underway to build a South Africa in which all our people are safe and secure. I thank you.
That's it. That's pathetic. Not even 10 minutes. That's pathetic. Wow. That's pathetic, folks. That's it. What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. This man is a clown, an absolute clown. What a disgrace to the nation. I'll give you a recap there of what he said. So he made people wait 38. He came on, what, 38 minutes, I think is what I said when he came on finally. Where's my notes here? I wrote this down. He was 38 minutes late. Where did I write that down here? Yeah, and then he spoke for all of not even 10 minutes. Wow, that's insane. Yep, he made you wait 38 minutes, and then he spoke for all of 10 minutes. And he just spewed nonsense. Wow, 37 minutes late for nothing, 38 minutes, and then he just says nothing to you. The embarrassment is insane, folks. The absolute embarrassment. This is a clown car show that is South Africa, and the nonsense there at the end that the asset forfeiture unit and the police are doing a great job, and we have significant progress in the rule of law. Are you on another planet? 26,000 people murdered last year in South Africa. More people murdered in 1 year in South Africa, 4 times the number killed by the apartheid regime in 40 years. Are you insane? Are you absolutely insane, Cyril? This is crazy. He talks about that they're rebuilding law enforcement and they have momentum. Momentum for what? There's no momentum. They want you to remain steadfast and uphold the rule of law. Where's the rule of law applicable? The mass shootings that take place all over South Africa on a daily basis, the farm murders that take place in South Africa, the cash in transit heist, the number of South African senior officials who are from the ANC who are complicit, captured in corruption and crime, people accused of corruption, Paul Mashatile, Cyril Ramaphosa, Gwede Mantashe, Zandile Gumede, Ace Magashule. Shall I continue? Wow. The organizations involved in this, SAPS, the National Prosecuting Authority, the State Security Agency, the Judiciary, the Metro, Joburg, Ekurhuleni, and Tshwane Police. And he's appointed a commission of inquiry. And he's already said that there'll be interim reports at 3 months and at 6 months. So this is all being buried under the carpet. All being buried under the carpet. It is time for a vote of no confidence in President Ramaphosa. A vote of no confidence. And if the Democratic Alliance really cares about South Africans, they should give serious consideration to unseating this man. He clearly, I don't want to hear what's the alternative, because the alternative can't be worse than a person who lies to you and pretends things are well and then goes and screws you in the backside. That's what's going on here. This is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. It's shocking to say the very least. Absolutely shocking to say the very least. This is beyond comprehension. Beyond comprehension. He mentioned gender-based violence. What does gender-based violence have to do with this corruption? Nothing. Wow. He also said something along the lines of the Minister of Police infiltrating the government. How did the Minister of Police infiltrate the government? You haven't proven that yet. He said that this undermines confidence in the police. Dude, there is no confidence in the police. Confidence left the stage years ago in South Africa. People don't call the police for crimes. They get robbed. They don't bother calling the police. Most rapes aren't reported. Of course, that's the normal in most society because of the stigma and the trauma associated. But the point is that almost no rapes are reported in South Africa. People get robbed. They don't even report it. Because what's going to happen? Nothing. There is no confidence in the police. I don't know what planet he's living on. He mentioned that the person going to be appointed to this is from WITS. His name is Kachalia. I don't know who that is. He teaches the Witwatersrand under section 91.3.c, which allows the president to, I think, appoint 2 members to his cabinet that are not members of parliament. So he can be a cabinet member without being a member of parliament. Well, none of our cabinet members are members of Congress. They're all appointed from outside Congress, or they leave Congress to join it. And that's how it should be. What I find fascinating is his inability to speak English. I know that Venda is his first language, but it's not prima facie. It's prima facie. Prima facie, not prima facie. Good Lord. It's an urgent investigation, a judicial commission of inquiry. This is just a joke. It's the same old rinse, lather, repeat. Rinse, lather, repeat. Rinse, lather, repeat. Chantal Commissioner could not see Ramaphosa directly because he knew nothing will happen. Rest of government. And he says he put him on leave. But the media reported earlier that Mkhunu asked to go on leave. So basically he's done nothing. It's all being swept under the carpet, ladies and gentlemen. Under the carpet, nothing to see here, nothing to see here, just moving right along. Rapes reported there are no funds available for DNA testing, therefore the rapists are left in the clear. Exactly, Philly. Exactly. He's so disrespectful, honest South Africans. DA, what are you going to do about this rubbish? He spoke, underestimates our intel. Yeah, it's very disrespectful. He came 38 minutes late, 38 minutes late, and then he spoke for less than 10 minutes. Paid leave for a person accused of the most egregious of crimes. He is crapping himself. You could see that. He looks terrified. Cyril Ramaphosa arguably is on the verge of being booted by his own party. They've done it before. They've done it twice. They got rid of Thabo Mbeki because they didn't like him. They got rid of Jacob Zuma because he was dead weight and a liability. And Ramaphosa is a liability to the ANC at this stage. He is a liability to the ANC. He is a liability. No one will do anything. South Africa is doomed. Yep. Mari Kotmiller. I think you might be right about that. Look thrilled to death speaking on this topic. If it was alleged and publicly, nothing would have happened. Exactly, Lindy. If Mkwanazi had never went public with this, there'd be no action on this. Yep. Skulk says the USA sanctions. Well, it'd be a good idea, I think. Sonia Tainton, as they say in the classics. Okay. Ramaphosa will make everyone wait as long as he wants. It is the cultural ethic tradition to show his power in this way. Another point by Colonel by Cupcake. What's this? We know we're going, most probably another Iranian-Palestinian sympathizer. Huh? What are you talking about? Reported that my husband was stabbed and robbed. Police are still coming. Honest Misty, I'm so sorry to hear that. Maybe he was crapping himself for 37 minutes. Yeah, it could be. Could have been on the throne. Selwyn Fundamental, thanks to load shedding, no need to dim the lights. Yep, had to come waffle something up. Yep, my brother was nearly beaten to death in case of mistaken identity. It was caught on camera with the cars used, and the police closed the case because no evidence. Yeah. No, there is no confidence in the police whatsoever. No confidence. This is a joke. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Even South Africans of all ethnicities can see how embarrassing this is. Yeah, he's like an appendix. Useless. Yep. After unseen him, we'll do better without him. Exactly. He'd be better with... Look, at this point, Paul Mashatila would be a better option. Honestly. This guy is feckless. He's useless. He's done nothing. Yeah, no, I think Mkwanazi must now just spill all the beans, put it in the press, and they'll force this point, because otherwise it's going to be swept under the carpet. I think the Sangoma's bones didn't fall the way he wanted. That's why it looks like that. Send him a T-shirt. He should be appointing members of the opposition parties. Greater Matasha has not been locked up. That's fake news. Tavesca, but they will use their own puppets and make this disappear. There's no confirmation of that story anywhere. You're getting that from some YouTube channel. It's just AI BS. Don't give them answers to what they say about you. People love attention. They must have their heads. Yeah, what? I hope the next weeks we'll have another meeting sharing who will be replaced next again. Yeah, nobody got replaced today. Didn't even mention the tariffs. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, probably not going to mention them. Yeah, crazy. They didn't follow on recommendations. Zondo. Yeah, exactly. So, and they also didn't. The Lady R investigation was bogus. Nothing happened there. Nothing happened there. Unbelievable. There's no future for us. Yep. Well, I don't know if that's true. No apology for being late. Kick the can down the road. And no questions. Total coward. Yep. Well, the media wasn't there. They're all liars and thieves. Gary, I don't disagree with that. He's on ENCA News already? He went on ENCA News? Well, I doubt that that's on YouTube right now. I doubt that's on YouTube right now. So let me see. ENCA. I doubt that he's on there. Maybe he's on the television broadcasting, but he's not live, I'm sure. Let's see if ENCA is live. Oh, no. An hour ago, it was just we had this delay, showing it was delayed. So, yep. No, your comments are appreciated and concise. Thank you, Mervyn Hane. Thank you for your subscription. ANC dies without lies. That's true. The problem is not just that Ramaphosa needs a vote no confidence. They must give the whole ANC a vote no confidence. Yep. What did I miss? Not much, Yaku. Not much. He didn't say anything of any significance. A commission of inquiry, an urgent investigation, judicial commission of inquiry, and the lead for it will be taking over at August 1st. In the meantime, he's going to have someone else do it. It'll be Kachalia from Wits University, and he's being appointed. He's not a member of Parliament, so he's being appointed Minister of Police, acting Minister of Police under Section 91, subsection 3, paragraph C. He's talked about, living in an absolute fantasy world, talked about that they've made significant progress in law enforcement and policing in South Africa. What world does this guy live in? 26,000 murders, cash and transit heists, it's insane. Farm attacks, gender-based violence, rapes off the charts, land invasions, total lawlessness. And lawlessness is being led by members of the ANC government, credibly accused of corruption, like Cyril Ramaphosa, Zandile Gumeda, Drs. Waylem Kesey, Paul Mashatile, Ace Magashule. The list goes on and on and on and on. These are senior members of the ANC, all accused credibly of corruption in South Africa. And there's no confidence whatsoever in the police. He talks about confidence, but he's smoking crack cocaine. There is no confidence in this police force, none whatsoever. And I'm not picking on police. I'm just stating the facts, folks. People are not impressed by what happens in the police. Republic run by Mamparas. Yeah, he's the Mampara of the week. Mampara of the week. He's mastered the art of yapping long and saying nothing at the same time. Pigment gestrand, 100% on that. That's exactly right. South Africans need to vote the ANC EFF off the face of the South African map to prosper. You have no other choice. How's this stat? It's absolutely true. The USA has a population of 350 million and 2.1 million public service employees. South Africa has a population of 16 million, 2.1 million government workers. Actually, our government workforce is smaller than that, but thank you for sharing that. Man is a plunderer of fortune. He's fiercely gathering money to invest offshore to prepare for Rand's big crash. Thank you, Sween, for becoming a member. Higher position with a higher raise. He never said anything about... Mara, he never does say anything that makes any sense. That's a fact. You are correct about that. He's the Mampara of the year, never mind the week. Yeah. I think you're right about that, Nolan. You're right about that. Just total Mampara. Wow. Swift needs to be canceled now. Well, that's you talking about Swift payment system, Richard Lemmer. That would be interesting. He pronounced Witwatersrand correctly when he couldn't. He definitely wasn't his usual confident self. Even the way he spoke wasn't usually. Yeah, no, he's rattled. He's shaken. Thank you, Karen, for telling me I pronounced it correctly. Thank you. Not to be rude, but I think it's time for President Trump to assist us and get regime change. I don't think that's rude. He appointed Glennis Breitenbach as Minister of Police. The DA is the biggest coalition partner in the GNU. Did he say Breitenbach? I didn't hear that. I'm thinking even Biden would have been better. Yeah, no kidding. Donnie Vingard, nothing happened after the Zondo Commission. Yeah, exactly. It's another waste. Thank you for 35 Rand, David. David Delport, thank you for that. Upon arrival in Moscow, he was hastily sent in frontline meat grinder in Ukraine. Yes, here's the big takeaway. The ANC will investigate the ANC. There you go, folks. What credibility is Ramaphosa referring to? Exactly. There is no credibility of police in South Africa. Late to an emergency meeting. Wow. He should have said he's going to waste more tax money to cover up the corruption instead of doing something positive. David's going to bed. Thank you for being a blessing. You're very welcome. Thank you very much, David. Very kind of you to say those things about me. Yeah, Trump does have a lot on his plate. The Tokoloshi is coming for you tonight, Ramaphosa. Maybe the white minister in Zillikens grow some balls and call for vote no confidence. GNU is a clown car show. Agreed. It's a clown car show. And what more do you need? What more do you need to see? This is embarrassing. Yep. At least the DA filed criminal charges against him. Not that that'll go anywhere. Judge is appointed by whom? By Ramaphosa, of course. What protection is Ramaphosa going to provide Mkwanezi? Exactly. Absolutely no mention of the protection of incredibly important witness. Exactly. No mention of it whatsoever. And he said allegedly. He kept saying allegedly. Yep. Wonder what President Trump thinks of this. Well, I think Trump is probably just shaking his head. How did I give it my all for this country being a cop for 32 years of leadership like this? Well, Fabian, I'm with you. That's why I said I'm not attacking the cops. I'm attacking the whole system. Squirrel needs to look up the French Revolution and his ancestors don't have one here. Yaku Clean Hunt says, thanks, Chris, for being so involved. You're welcome. No pay. Well, he's getting paid. Gate McKenzie's not in charge of the police. Yeah, he called him a lieutenant initially. It's a lieutenant general. Yeah. So spineless and scared of himself. Happy slappy. I think you're right. ANC has a huge budget for brooms they purchased to sweep all the real issues under the mat. That's true. Definitely has the poor people that goes hungry every day on his plate. Look how fat he's become. They're going to misplace the witness. Yeah, can assure you that Mkwanezi's security has been beefed up. I hope so. Gupta Gate 2.0. I think this is a bigger scandal than that. It's a true miracle that we still have cops left in this good. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do deserve better. Nothing's going to change this. Just look at the rest of Africa. Trump should just up the refugee program. Well, he has, Peter LaRue. He has. The number of people arriving here is much larger than anyone is telling you. Okay. Ekis and Zulu. Onces Moya people. Okay. 8 years in Angola. Okay, Snap. Thanks for sharing that. Yep. Russia, cancel his visa. At least he didn't have to try to put the face mask on. Yeah. Catgate. Well, this is Catgate. I named it Catgate right out of the gate, folks. I call this Catgate. Colin West, thank you for becoming a subscriber. I call this Catgate right out of the gate. I'll dig your show. Okay. The Future of Muslim Family Law in South Africa, written by Coachella. What? He wrote that? Wow. Muslim Family Law. Wow. That I have to look up. Thank you for that. Wow. Okay, I'll look that up. Or is that just a joke? Yeah, let's see what the fake news dish is up as journalism after this. Exactly. Ask the 3 opposing party leaders to join the investigating committee to make sure the full report is given to the people. 100%. The DA, the Freedom Front Plus, should be part of that, and the IFP. Yep. Verushka's got to go. Activists against apartheid. Well, they all are, man. They all are. The only people they appoint are fossils from the apartheid era. BRICS Convention, nothing. Whenever I want to know what's happening, and it's not bullshit, I listen to this man. If only we could have more guys like Colonel Wyatt. Well, thank you, Daniel. I do appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Yep. What can we expect? Our parliament is a tent. We have a circus and Ram. Yeah, the parliament is in a tent. It's literally in a tent because they burned down the parliament because of the no security from the ANC. They had a homeless guy walking around there for 3 days before they didn't even know he was there on full camera view because the people watching the cameras were sleeping or out having sex. Just when you think Candy worse, the Durban-based Islamist Party wanted to register. No, that's done. Niv, I watched my videos. I did a video on that. That's done. That's done. I did that video yesterday, and for now, anyway, for now. South Africa says no to Islamic State political party Sharia ambitions. So you can watch that video here. Here's the link to it, folks. Go watch it if you haven't when we're done here. And please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. It'd be awesome, okay? There you go. All right, so cool beans. Replace the pinned message with that one. What we need South Africa is for worldwide military alliance to step up. Well, I don't know about that, Mervin. That's interesting. What else we got here? David says, please get everyone should just read history of central banking. Why do you want everybody to read history of central banking? It has nothing to do with his behavior. He just confirmed my fear. We will not be protected in any way. Yeah, you're right. Another struggle comrade served under him in Department of Community Safety, racist through and through, and bad news for law enforcement. Well, there you go. There you go. Yep, there you go. Yep. They thought they're finally going to get rid of him by him retiring, and now he gets appointed to this. Yep. Yep. Smell comrade. Yep. Bringing his couch. That's why he was late. Okay. When will American President Trump sanction the NC? Guys, Freddie, you have to understand, Freddie Krugum, South Africa doesn't matter. It's not important. Thank you, Mad Max, for the super chat. Underwhelming and disappointing speech from the president, says leadership governance expert. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Now it's night for me, says Caroline. Okay. I hope this will affect the justice court system and that they should not accept bribes. Well, don't hold your breath on that. D. Vital is stuck in Durban, not sure about the refugee program. What are you not sure about? Tune in for the next hour. We'll answer your questions. At 2:30, that's in 23 minutes, I'll be answering your questions. Now it's night for me. I hope this will, okay. I think if a party overstepped their boundaries, they should be locked out of the discussion on what recourse. Yep. Love your show, and Neil's. It's the only place I get the true ones. Well, Neil's is actually on business. I think that's what you're talking about. I don't think Neil does his own show anymore. Craig Johnson, thank you for your subscription. But what's the tent? I'm saying good night. Good night. Hope you don't have any nightmares. Keith Norkia with the super chat. Thank you for that. He should take the Pala millions and pay. Well, it wasn't millions. Well, it was millions in Rand, but it was $580,000. Okay. Vanity Toy can me. Okay. Snab knows you. Snab says, Vanity Toy. Snab, did I meet you? Did I meet you in Uppington? Okay. Just rewatched his enlightening announcement. I'm not sure about a deer in the headlights. Is he sober? That's good, Sonia. That's good. Reason I say this, the whole reason he's in power in the crime in this country is because of this. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Brenda Bourgon. Wow. I haven't seen that name in a long time. Not you, but the surname. Why don't the citizens of South Africa realize that they're paying the government as servants? Yeah, and he acts like a king. Yep. Leopard never changed their spots. Once a terrorist, always a terrorist. I think you're right about that. Okay, so I want to scream from the top of the roof to Ramaphosa to wake up. When will all this end? It's not going to end. Not going to end. Ronaldo, hey, love the fact that we have another amazing. Oh, aren't you excited, Ronaldo? I'm excited. I'd invite you all, Ronaldo, but I need to end the stream because I got a refugee thing at the bottom of the hour, so I'm not going to go too much longer. Yeah, no, I mean, my take on this is exactly. Did you send your audience over here, Ronaldo? Because I see the numbers jumped about 500. So, yes, you certainly are a good investigative journalist. We trust your views. Thank you, Ronaldo Skeppers. Yeah, Ronaldo, I mean, this is a big nothing burger, man. A urgent investigating judicial commission of inquiry headed by a stalwart comrade from the anti-apartheid days, known for his dislike for minorities, apparently. So we're going to look into that. But wow, ANC will investigate the ANC. If they actually put the DA, the IFP, and the Freedom Front Plus involved in that investigation, it might have some credibility. Do you think Jellyfish fired Mkunu, Nkabani, and Similani? No. Carolyn Jean Allen, we just watched this. He didn't fire anybody. How is your Jim Greens treating you? Napoleon, they're fine. It's the first pair I ever had. I didn't even know they existed before that. Yep. So urgent that we'll have to wait months for even the first. Exactly, Freya. So urgent that he already said, well, there'll be an interim report in 3 months. What do you mean interim? That means you're planning on it going longer. He said another interim report in 6 months. You mean it's going to last longer than 6 months? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is absolute insanity. So this is another corruption swept under the carpet. It's now time for Mkwenazi to just put it out there. Share the information. Get it out in the press to save his life, for number one. Number two, just to expose this and put more pressure on it. Ian Cameron on X said, I don't understand. Am I correct in saying the president said the commission will determine who should be suspended? If so, where's the urgency? Exactly. That's my point. An urgent commission of inquiry. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It was pathetic. Well, that's the bottom line, Rexus Human. Who appointed these people? Nobody voted for them. Nobody voted for them for parliament. You didn't vote for the members of parliament. You voted for the party. And they picked the idiots, many of them are idiots, that represent you. When South Africa's flying squad response time gets back in acceptable norms, people begin to regain their confidence in the police. That's not going to happen anytime soon, Jerry Fontonda. Not going to happen anytime soon. It's going to take a long time for the public to forget about it. Andre agrees with 100%. The data is clear. Danke, Meneer Chris. Happy Slappy. Hola is terrorist. Hola Festan. 7.62. Yeah, they understand it's 7.62 millimeter. Who is checking the checkers? Exactly. That's why I'm saying, this is no credibility. This will undermine the credibility of the police. Oh, dude, do you live in South Africa, Cyril? Do you live in South Africa? What credibility does the SAPs have to begin with? Harry Nell would have been a good choice, yeah. Harry Nell would have been a great choice, but they can't have that because, man, imagine how much corruption he'll find. So a guy that wrote a book about Sharia law is now in charge of the police. It sounds like Wild Mountains. It sounds like, I need a little research on it, but it sounds like that's the case. That sounds like that is the case, folks. Did you get my time? No, Mickey, I haven't seen any emails today. I've been very busy. I haven't seen any emails today. What's your email about? Or can you not disclose it in the chat? Racial checkers. Did you get your crab? No, Happy Slappy, the crabs. No, I mean, dude, I've been here. I haven't gone anywhere. And then I got to do a refugee stream after this. And then I'll go pick up my crabs after that. The refugee stream will be kept to 1 hour tonight. Danielle Fundevesthuizen, thanks for the subscription. Once a communist, always a communist. Yep. Some of the crime I didn't report. Well, the problem if you put Harry Nell on that, what's going to happen here is that, I mean, those auditors who were investigating the money that was stolen, they were murdered. Remember that? They were assassinated. Yeah. The forensic investigators, they were assassinated. So, I mean, I don't wish this on Harry Nell or anybody like that. That's the problem. We should vote for person. Exactly, Leon Bote. That's what I'm saying. Oh, John Steenhuisen's on ENCA. Well, I can't get that because it's not a video. It's live, and I don't have ENCA, so you have to tell me what he says. The checkers checking the checkers should be checked as well. Exactly. Boycott the next State of the Nation nose picking. Yeah. Well, I'll do that, Fit Nut Innovations. We count on this to grow subscriber base. Content creators need these stupid sessions so we can let people know about what's going on, and we gain subscribers to grow our audiences. We gained a few subscribers today, not a lot. We've gained about 500 today. That's not great. That's good, though. I'm not going to sneeze at that. Thank you for that. Where's the National Prosecuting Authorities? Well, they're one of the organizations that will be informed by this, according to the Squirrel. SAPS, National Prosecuting Authority, State Security Agency, the Judiciary, and the Metro Police Departments of Joburg, Ekurhuleni, and Tshwane. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm willing to bet that the dead cops in the Hennekops River knew too much. Oh, that's a whole other thing. Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't be surprised by that. Yeah, you better have a dead man switch on the info. Yeah, when I was threatened by a South African politician when I was in South Africa, the screen captures I have from the WhatsApp conversation where that politician threatened me in South Africa were stored in multiple locations, and instructions were given to multiple people on what to do. Just saying. Just saying. And I think that Mkhwanazi needs to do the same thing. I think he needs to do the same thing. Yep. One of my friend's brothers who investigated a unit then got gunned down in front of his house about 5 years ago. Wow, Vanessa, that's scary. He's dragging his feet in order to do the Houdini Act again. Yep. Professor Firoz is the chair of the National Anti-Corruption Advisory Council. So you're going to promote the guy whose council is supposed to oversee corruption. They didn't see this corruption? That's funny. National Anti-Corruption. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Donovan. So that guy is the head of the Anti-Corruption Council that didn't identify this corruption, didn't even know it happened. Wow. That is something else, isn't it? Yep, that is something else. Really like to someday see your quaint town where you live, maybe do a small podcast. Rudolph Skeppers, I don't do a podcast about my location because I'm not going to self-dox myself like those people in Montana did. You get a general idea where I live, but the world's a dangerous place and they threaten people, and it's unsafe to do that sort of thing. But I will show you footage of my county. I can do that. I've done it before. I've shown many things. Yellow Breeches Creek, which runs throughout this area. I've shown you that. Once entering office, I will ban the words process, commission, and dialogue. Yep. What an absolute disappointment. Driving one to tears. Yep. I grew up in the 60s and we had police visible everywhere. You could not try to yield a stop sign without being seen. We respected our police and other services. Yeah, the ANC has destroyed everything. They have. Absolutely. Why am I not surprised by the speech from Ramaphosa? It was working till now, just listening. All right, guys, I don't mean to disappear on you all, but thank you all for the super chats that have come in. If I missed any, my apologies. But I should wrap up here the analysis. I've talked far longer than Ramaphosa did, and I need to go make a video about it very quickly, a short. So the short video will be coming up in a few minutes, and then at the bottom of the hour, it'll be time for the refugee conversation for 1 hour, okay? All right, thank you, folks. Apparently, Ramaphosa says there's prima facie information. No, I'm sorry, it's prima facie. Prima facie. Not prima facie, prima facie. Prima facie. Prima facie. Prima facie. It's prima facie. Oh, dear God. This is killing me, man. Oh, there's some stupid stuff in this world, but I love it. You know, I realize it's not his first language, but I mean, come on, dude. Come on. Prima facie. I mean, if you ever know what, you've obviously never watched Law and Order. All right, that's it, folks. Yeah, he's prima facie. All right, going to see you shortly. Thanks for being here. Cheers, and God bless. Thanks for those who came over from Ronaldo and those became subscribers. Do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and we'll be back in about 14 minutes, maybe a couple minutes late with the refugee session, okay? You'll be redirected there from here if you want to go. Cheers.